intro is fire.
It really is.
I'm still dancing to it.
Guys, Engine
Engine,
here.
we can't hear you.
Why not?
Okay,
That's
there you go.
better.
There we go. Hey guys, Demon Engine here, along with the rest of the junkies. Introduce yourself.
So you're not gonna go first, Corey, like you normally do? You up top.
That is true. Hey, everybody. This is Corey Salty True Floyd. How's everyone doing? The person on my bottom is.
Queen Nick, hey you guys. Shop Serpentine Fire. That's hashtag Serpentine Fire. That's serpentinefire.company. Download our Google Play app on the Play Store.
She got the app, y'all. App, y'all.
She app y'all. She got an app, y'all. She got an app, y'all.
Hey. And to my, I guess my left would be Miss the Beautiful, the Wonderful, the Fabulous.
My God, SiddeeQah Love.
The shade casting.
Yo, call me Shade Master Deke. SiddeeQah
Hey.
Love up in here.
But we are the Amerime Junkies. Today we're going to be talking about reboots. Good ones, bad ones, things that could be, and things that never should have been.
And things they should have just left the hell alone. Ooh.
But first, I've got some Geek Report news.
Geek Report.
Woo-hoo.
Geek Report.
Woo-hoo.
Surfboard.
As of today, it has been announced that there will be a Deadpool 3. He will be in the MCU, and it will still be rated R.
Rated R.
Yeah, because
I know
Deadpool
who's
should not be
happening.
for children. Like, it would
No.
be so not Ryan Reynolds. If
Look,
it
it
was
doesn't matter if
anything
it's rated
more
R
than
or
R.
not. They're still going to allow the children to see it, so it really don't matter.
I mean, most parents is going to let their kids go see it. I mean, because that's how stupid they are, because they let their kids listen to WAP.
Listen,
I don't-
most
you know.
parents and kids live a rated R life.
I don't
These
know.
kids
Well,
nowadays.
True story. True story.
I don't. Look, I just remember being in the theater for the first Deadpool movie, and as soon as the pegging scene came, I saw
No.
several kids get dragged out in the theater.
Oh my God.
Hey, this is what happens when you go against what the
With
whatever
the rating.
the rating people do or whatever
Mhm.
when they come out with ratings for these movies.
Oh, no, they don't care.
So bringing Deadpool to the MCU, that's gonna be fun. I literally can't wait to see how that works out.
See, you just can't stop with the wins, my guy.
Hey man,
DC need to catch up.
because at first I was just hoping, maybe Deadpool could be our new Stan Lee and just have random cameos. But
Aw.
no, if y'all
No,
could just
we're not gonna do that. As much as I love Ryan Reynolds, no.
I don't
I love
love Ryan
Deadpool.
Reynolds enough.
I hate Deadpool.
Yeah,
I
I
love
like
Deadpool.
Deadpool, but I'm not like the biggest Ryan Reynolds. Well, I'm not. I can't say I'm not a Ryan Reynolds fan, but I'm just like not the biggest like movie
I'm gonna be honest with
Deadpool
you.
fan.
He can't really act all that great.
I disagree because I've actually seen him take a dramatic lead.
I've seen a couple of his dramatic movies, and to be honest with you, it still seems like he's just playing himself. Like, I'm not convinced that he's transformed into these characters. To which,
He's so
with Johnny Depp, that's Captain Jack Sparrow, and not just because of the makeup and the eyeliner. You know what I mean?
he's so much more than that half-assed character.
Who, Jack Sparrow?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just using that as an example. Jesus, like Edward Scissorhands. Like, need I go on? The motherfucker has been everything.
Yeah, but like
And still doesn't have an Oscar. Or did they finally give that to him?
no, they did not.
That was Leo. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Leo.
Yeah. They did
Continue
not.
with your geek report, sir.
In other news, Soul actually beat Wonder Woman in the China box office.
Oh,
course.
good.
I mean, I definitely can say I enjoyed Soul more than I did Wonder Woman 84.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. I didn't
Did you
watch
care to
Wonder
watch
Woman.
it?
I didn't watch Wonder Woman, but I watched Soul, and I loved it. It was very meta, like very metaphysical.
Yes. My review for Wonder Woman 84 is up on our website. I'm just gonna say C-.
That sounds
Check.
like you're just being nice there, Corey.
No, it's not.
Actually, I'm lying. I watched the first 45 minutes and I didn't hate the first half hour. It seemed like a pretty like okay movie in the first half hour, but
I'm not.
that's
I
all I
did
can
have.
say.
I did have to change my viewing. My viewing experience a little
You
bit.
had to, you had to
I
put
had to
on
look at it in a different
glasses
different angle to
Why you
enjoy
say
it.
that? Mm-hmm.
because he doesn't
Because
enjoy shit.
no, it's because the amount of campiness and cheesiness was a little too high for me. But then I was like,
Mm,
maybe this is supposed to be looked at like the old TV show. So I looked at it through that lens, and I was like, okay, this is
got a
enjoyable.
little better.
Still some inconsistencies, and I just don't think Gal Gadot can act. But moving ahead,
Oh.
She can't.
yeah, she can't. And I
She's
mean,
just like she's just attractive. I'm sorry. That's about it. That's all
she
I say.
looks, she has the part that she has the look, but
But
just not the
nothing more. Nothing more.
um in sci-fi news for Doctor Who, of course, this is going to be the last turn.
As I was saying, damn, that just threw me all the way off.
So we were talking about.
Hold on, that just threw me all the way off. Yeah,
It
Richard
literally.
Ayoade has been voted to be the next. Richard Ayoade has been voted to be the next Doctor. This is just from the fans. He's most known from the cult hit show, the IT
Mhm.
Crowd.
I never heard of it.
The It Crowd.
No, the
Uh,
IT crowd.
the IT
It could be.
Crowd. IT, yeah. And of
The It
course,
That
Crowd.
he
no, he
no
needs. That's
the
what
I no
The It
IT.
Crowd.
that's what Corey need over there. The IT crowd.
Ah! Oh man.
He just
Some
he
good
just
ones.
talking about who he need. He calling on him right now. He's like the IT crowd. Come help me out.
Oh man, I
He's
love
gonna be
it.
rebooted to 2021, but 42nd day of December.
Oh man, it hurt. I don't know why that laugh hurt so much, but it did.
And
Oh
then look at
god.
his face. He's just accepting it. Like
Right.
like a
He
little
got that.
hard to
I
swallow,
guarantee you
but
his fist is balled up like Arthur right now. Oh god. Why does it laugh to why does it hurt to laugh like this?
he's like,
Oh
guys, I'm
god.
waiting. Guys, I'm waiting.
So sorry.
I did, I did anything. You tried.
No, this time it wasn't even
Look
deep.
at
This
his
time it was
face.
us. It was
He
it
need
was me and Sid. This time.
he needs some milk. Man,
Somebody get her some
some
milk.
milk.
All right,
Can we
we
please
got, we
get
got, we
on?
got. All right, come on, cool, y'all. I'm trying here. Okay, y'all making it real hard.
I can't stand y'all,
Love
but
you too.
but yeah, that's
I'm sorry, it's
that's
not
who's
making me laugh.
be to play the nexter. Um,
Okay.
plowing ahead. Um, for,
Come on, Corey. You gotta get it
for
together.
reason we don't know why this might be happening, but Mike Tyson and Michael Jai White want to fight each other.
Wait, you said
Yeah,
they want to fight each other?
yeah, I want to see
Yes,
them.
Yes.
I do want to see that. That's for sure.
I would love to see that.
Yes, but Mike,
Honestly, though, I feel like Mike J is just gonna get him out of here.
he
My
could
money's
if
on
it
I
Mike
was
don't
J.
know.
if he could do more than box. If he could actually do like some MMA type of stuff.
Wait,
or-
are they doing boxing or are they doing MMA?
They have not clarified the specifics of the bout. My theory is if it's boxing, I will give it to Mike Tyson by a
Yeah,
Yeah.
by a small margin.
Either
yeah.
way, he needs to be fighting people younger than himself because anybody that's around his age can't handle that.
They need a
Well,
No,
nap.
but no, Mike is still a problem. Okay, even in his
Mhm.
50s, Mike has been heavily trained. Like
Well,
Mike has never stopped training. Michael J. White has
No,
never stopped training.
no, he
Ever.
hasn't.
And mind you, Mike Tyson is only 1 year older than Michael Jai White.
Oh,
So technically, he fighting a young nigga.
technically,
He's
technically.
just not
So,
as young as I thought.
yeah, Michael Jai White. And apparently, so far they've made it very clear it's literally not about money. They just
Of
want to
course
see
not.
who can win.
Yeah, because they're those guys are like sports, like have like heavy competition dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those dudes like Mike Tyson was the type of dude you don't have to give him no money to punch people. Like he just enjoyed punching people.
Facts.
Michael J. White, just enjoyed open up
Being
that
talented.
can of whoop ass.
Whoop ass. Yep.
He
Well,
just
Michael
like
Michael Jai White does have a history of actually showing up to people's dojos and or gyms
Mm,
and fighting them,
yeah, he does.
which is such an anime trope.
I feel like he needs his own anime.
It's called Black
Honestly,
Dynamite.
is it? Like, are you for real though? No.
Yeah, did you
no,
not
they
see the
based it
Black
on him,
Dynamite
didn't they?
cartoon?
No, I didn't watch it. I only watched
Wait,
it
didn't he do the
sometimes.
voice of that cartoon?
Yes, he produced it
I
as
didn't.
well.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
I didn't know he
Look,
produced it, but I knew he did the voice.
But here's the thing.
I need to rewatch that.
Like, I'm gonna need an actual anime of him just traveling the
yes,
land, going dojo to dojo, folding.
yes, exactly. I want to see.
That would be interesting.
I want to see all the different like martial arts that he knows, and I want to see him whooping ass in different styles.
Michael Jai White
Especially if they
is
put a mocap suit on him. They could really get them anime, like the anime shit popping for real. You know what I mean?
Michael Jai White is a registered black belt in Taekwondo, Shotokan Karate, Muay Thai, and
Like, I don't know.
Just-
Hold on.
I'm about to say,
You over there
what
trying to
the
do martial arts. You over there just hitting the whoa and shit.
yeah. No, you're over there doing this. She's doing some stomp the yard.
Like, I don't know. Like,
you cannot
Exactly.
take the black out of us. Like no matter what.
like,
I'm like, what the hell?
Like we just
And-
naturally black. Like
yeah, it just.
I'm blackety black, y'all. But outside of that will conclude our geek report for this week.
but
Yeah.
I
That
can
was
laugh
painful.
now.
That was a little
can laugh
excruciating.
now.
I'm not gonna lie, because that really, like, I don't know what is wrong with me, but me trying to laugh was really, really hurting. I don't know what that was.
woo!
Because it was the fact that I obviously was very tight.
yes, no, you look tight. Like you look tight. Like balled up.
Because it was like
something.
because this time like the internet on my computer just said, "Yo, we're out," and I'm just
Right,
like, "Really?"
it was like going. Joe was just like, John, pop out you out of here,
Right.
pop out.
So are we gonna do a break and then get into the actual show?
Yup.
Okay.
And we are back. We are the Amerime Junkies.
On to our topic about reboots today, guys.
Reboots,
Yes.
reboots. Talking about these
or things they
reboots.
should have just left alone.
All right, so
Where should we start, third engine?
We're gonna start topic one of this
Mhm.
reboot. A topic that the lovely queen has a lot to say about. Hollywood's lack of originality. Let's
Oh
go.
boy.
So
Oh,
sad.
Where do we begin? They've remade and rewarmed the same meal over and over and over again, and I'm about tired of seeing it. I actually kind of want to stab the next guy that wants to reboot something that has been rebooted 3 and 4 freaking times. I guarantee you, in like 20 years, we're gonna see a reboot of Final Destination. I guarantee it.
I can see
and
that.
of Saw, you're gonna see a one of Final Destination, Saw, possibly Terminator, and maybe another one of what was another like a crazy one that had like sequels and shit. Wait, where's Sid go? Like, I don't know, just those three
Dumbass
right
click
now for now.
off.
Like I feel like they're definitely gonna try to reboot those. Oh, and Nightmare on Elm Street. That's another one.
Mind you, Nico, they actually do have a Saw movie coming out. Produced,
Eh,
produced,
Right.
produced,
eh.
produced, produced by
Bring
produced
it
by
back.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Oh,
Chris
interesting.
Rock,
Is
produced
this
by
gonna be a
Chris Rock,
comedy?
starring. No, if you've been watching Fargo, the latest season of Fargo,
I have
Chris
never
Mm,
seen
Rock
that show.
can do
mm.
Chris Rock can do drama,
I
and
think Chris Rock
this
really
one
does care about like production a lot.
he
I think he has
does.
a huge respect for it.
He the next one I believe it's called Jigsaw or Spiral. I'm not really sure, but
Mm.
it stars him and Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
See, this is where you
Oh
already going
So
wrong. Why
no!
you got the two? Why you got two black
Like
people in here in the first place? Because you know
they
two black people is not working with this man, not dealing with this man, and don't play
right.
games.
And Samuel L.
So
Jackson be
this
like,
is not
I ain't
realistic
got
already
time.
from the dough. From the
Right.
dough,
Like I ain't got time for all these mother effing games in this mother effing room.
right?
oh my god, yeah. I don't think it's gonna be like the previous ones, at least from the trailer,
Mm.
Okay,
because
fair.
because from what it looks like the Jigsaw killer is specifically targeting cops.
Oh.
Ah,
Oh.
this might be interesting.
But this might be it.
This might
This
be
might
actually
be it.
interesting.
Okay, you on to something now?
You might be onto something there, and,
Um,
and it's not. Let's be
that's all
clear.
I'm gonna say.
Let's be clear. We do not condone any violence against police.
I
Okay,
like how
it just sounds like an interesting storyline because you got
Exactly,
two
it
black
does.
men, then you got Jigsaw, and I wonder, is it going to be one of them dumbass tropes though?
it went
Horror
from
movie
you
black
had
people's tropes. Either the
it went
magical
from
Negro or
you
the two
had
Negroes
my
that just get killed and
curiosity
or blamed and
to
scapegoated.
now you have my attention. That fast.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, but Chris Rock actually, if you've seen most of Chris Rock's works, he tries not to dive into too many tropes.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
like he at least makes an attempt not to. I think the one movie he definitely it was just such a trope. It was Down to Earth, where Chris Rock died and ended up in like an old white man's body.
And also
I
that
think that
one
was like the
movie.
last
But
really
see, he
tropey
used his
thing he did.
privilege well.
Remember the other
There,
movie he did when he was the president
head of state.
or head of state? I love that movie though.
I
I
Oh,
like
think
that
that
Head of
movie
movie.
State.
was clever.
Yeah.
That was a clever movie.
Carrie.
Yeah,
That's because
it's a clever movie.
that's because that was more satire.
Yeah. Okay.
That was
Okay.
more satire than anything.
Yeah. One of the best. Oh, never mind. I'm
Uh,
not gonna sing that
now
song.
now in 2009 they did do a reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street, which was half good and then really half horrible.
Then no, it's not good. It can't be half good and half horrible. Like no, it's either good or it's no or no.
Well, speaking of
No,
Nightmare,
no, there's plenty.
no, go ahead,
Go
Corey.
ahead. No, I was gonna say there are plenty of movies that are half bad and half good.
Um,
That's how I feel
especially
about
with-
movies. Like that's how I feel about like little movies like Blood and Chocolate. Like I feel like Blood and Chocolate was a movie that had a good concept, but the execution wasn't always like great.
Wait, did you
It was-
see Bad Hair or something like that? I think it was, or it was like Bad Hair Day or something like that. It was a horror movie about weed.
Yo,
What?
Yes,
I had to
it was
check that
a
out.
horror movie
Made
about
by
weed on Hulu.
Oh my god, it's Hulu.
Laverne Cox.
it made it's made by the person behind Dear White People.
Okay, okay. That would be interesting. I would give that a watch. Now we know that like just like how back in the day Netflix was known for really
Oh,
bad
Kelly
movies,
Rowland
is in it.
also makes an appearance as well.
Like you know how Netflix was known for really bad movies back
So
in the
does
day. Well,
Usher.
They still are.
Hulu was known for, but I mean like tragically bad. Like you know, like
Yeah.
like just stupid
Yeah.
stuff. Hulu was always known for weird movies. Like the movie of like the dude who wanted to have his arms amputated off. Like he had a like that's what they always had weird movies on
I
Hulu.
mean, I don't know. The one movie that was really good one that was an original, as far as I know, was called Mom and Dad. And that one, like, it was some type of like outbreak. Now, mind you, you don't get all the answers in the movie at all. but it was like some type of outbreak that made the parents want to kill their children. So the
Oh
maternal
yeah,
Oh,
with
instinct
Nicolas
was like
Cage.
turned on his head, basically.
of course, Nicolas
But
Cage.
the parents was only, but the parents was was only killing their children, like
Wow,
their biological children. They weren't harming any other kids but their own.
wow.
It was crazy. And the chick from Hellboy was in it. Selma Blair, I think her name is.
I don't know.
Yeah, Selma Blair. It's it was one of those films where you really let Nicolas Cage go Nicolas Cage.
And it worked.
Oh,
It actually worked for him in this
Which
movie. Like really. And it hasn't really worked for him in a long time since probably like
which side note
Face Off.
well,
Nicolas Cage currently is hosting a show on Netflix about the history
really?
of curse words.
Dude, what are you doing and why does your camera keep doing that?
Yep.
He's temporarily trapped in time.
Are you
It,
using your phone?
it's my phone, and I really didn't.
Can you sit something in like behind it or whatever and like
Yes, I just I just did. I just did.
okay, that's a little more helpful there. Anywho, so
Am I am I am I lagging?
Not currently.
you're not like skipping or nothing, but like you
Oh,
keep
okay.
cutting in and out here and there.
But I have a reboot that I liked because we're speaking of like
God
these
damn it.
actors. Like we were speaking of Nicolas Cage, made me think of Harrison Ford, and Harrison Ford played in this reboot called The Call of the Wild. I don't know if anyone saw that about the dogs. No, no,
That was so strange.
The
that
last
movie.
time I
I really
dealt with
enjoyed
Call
that.
of the Wild is when I had to
That
read that shit.
When you had what?
You-
When I had to read it. That was the last
Oh
time
my god,
Hold
I
on, yo.
dealt with
I gotta
any
grab
of
my
this.
charger.
I can't.
the Call of the Wild though.
Yeah, I
I
really
watched
enjoyed that movie. I was surprised. It was based in
what?
the 1890s, and I thought it was really good.
You know
It,
what a really good reboot also
I
was
was
like trash though?
what you say, Corey?
I thought that the whole CGI dog was really weird. Like they
Hmm.
really couldn't get a dog trained to do
You know how much money it
a lot
costs
of those simple
for a
actions.
movie? You
Oh,
know how much money
I
that
didn't
On
costs for a
set
realize
there
it
movie?
was
was
literally on set they literally had a guy in a mocap suit being his dog. I'm like, that's just
really.
so weird.
I did not know that. I like thought it was a real dog, and that
Yeah.
he was trained to do some of the things, and then I didn't realize it was all CGI. That's horrible. I thought it was a good movie. It was one of
Yeah,
those movies.
shout out to Corridor Digital.
Yeah, I thought it was one of those movies where like, oh, that escalated quickly. Like, like I never knew about the story of Call of the Wild, so I did not know what to expect at all. And like every time something happened, I'm like, okay, that escalated quickly. Oh, they're coming after him. That escalated even more quickly than I ever thought. And then the
You know
ending.
what was a really trash reboot also?
What?
Total Recall.
And
The
then
one with Colin Farrell.
oh, so we're
No.
going back. Oh, we're talking reboots of the past too. Because I was
Yeah.
okay. I was
The
thinking about
episode is reboots, baby.
I was thinking about 2020 because the last couple years there's been so many unnecessary,
Sure.
but
Yeah, there has. She's
so
right.
many. Even like the cartoons, you know what I mean? Like I know everyone was excited about the Animaniacs and like Tom and Jerry and all that kind of
I'm
stuff.
kind of over it.
But I just
Kick me in the brain though.
I'd rather you just. So I didn't watch any of them. So I have a question: did they just re-release old episodes, or did they add new
No,
episodes?
they're adding new episodes.
No, like do the old ones. Like they're so good.
I can definitely kind of agree. Like if y'all gonna reboot it
Well,
and
no,
add on to it, I feel like you should probably start from the beginning and reboot the whole thing and continue it on at that point. That would actually be way more enjoyable to watch in 4K HD. Just saying.
Like
I
I know
think the
they.
continuation of the Animaniacs was great, except for just one glaring detail. They didn't have a lot of their supporting cast from the series on their new season. Even though they did dedicate a whole episode to explaining what happened, the comical payout wasn't that great.
I hate Shaw because anytime any of you say Animaniacs, the only thing I can think of is they put me down and mace me.
Yes. Like, yes.
Incredibly Cindy. Oh, we already.
Me down
They
and
push me down and
mace
mace
me.
me.
They push me down and mace me.
Yeah, they push me down and mace me.
Ooh, child.
Idiots, man. Sorry.
Oh,
When you commit treason and you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Period.
Right.
that was a reboot right there. That was a reboot.
That was a perfect Animaniacs reboot.
Storming
Right
of the Capitol 2021.
You
What
give
a
me now.
what a
All right, we sticking on reboots. God damn it.
Jeez. Jeez.
No,
all
like
right. So
honestly, a lot of these reboots gotta stop.
a really horrible reboot that still bothers me is the Ninja Turtles. The
Really?
those two movies they did.
I enjoyed those. I really
Yeah,
liked.
and
Yeah.
here's why.
So
Hmm.
One, these Ninja Turtles were fucking huge.
Goddamn
They
Jack.
were. They
Like
were.
there was nothing ninja
well,
about
think
them.
about it though. Like my niggas ain't had
Raphael,
nothing else
hold
to
on.
do but push-ups
Raphael
and
got
lift shit.
look like he just got off a 25-year bid.
Cause he did. What part of
Wow.
Yeah,
Master Splinter would not allow them to go anywhere or do nothing? Like the nigga been beating his dick for the last like violently. Just you know what
Oh,
I mean? Like yo, that's why his arm's so big. His traps is crazy because he been like, like,
because I'm just like, there's nothing stealthy about these 6 foot, three
no.
hundred pound
you'd
diesel
be
turtles
surprised though,
that literally.
because there's a lot of big dudes out there that can move and is real light on their feet.
But that's what I like about the Ninja Turtles. Like for one thing, they're one of my
But
favorite
these
things.
weren't it.
I know they were, but the thing is, I always thought the Ninja Turtles were kind of ironic when it came to being ninjas in the first place, because they're turtles. There's nothing ninja-y about turtles, so I'm just like, I always thought it was ironic. I always thought it was an ironic thing for them to be able to do like karate and like be ninjas, and like, but there's big ass turtle from the sewers of New York, like,
They
and
only
But
they're
I could believe.
mutant.
Could you not believe though that them damn turtles and mutated into something like that
Yes,
in
I
the New York
can.
sewer?
pizza and creatine powder.
Yup, yup. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's probably what they pissed out at the gym anyway. They serve it. They serve the pizza at Planet Fitness. So
What, Jim? They can't go nowhere.
well, gyms
no,
are open.
the,
Oh
no,
yeah,
the
St.
gyms.
Master
No,
Splinter.
humans piss out the creatine and all of that. And where does it go? In the fucking sewer.
Yeah, hot
All
mess.
they gotta do is filter the shit out. Human pee is sterile.
Horrible. Horrible.
He said creatine powder and pizza
So bad.
over there.
So bad.
Like I can't. You know what? Y'all know what I'm talking
Right. Well, one of my favorite like non-nerdy reboots, but I feel like it's worth mentioning because it has Keanu Reeves like as a part of one of the movies. Because I just feel like Keanu Reeves like is just an honorary like nerd because he plays in things that like
about.
every
Like, what you doing here?
like I just feel like he
So
plays in
fun.
things that like every time we go to cons, do we not see somebody like cosplaying a Keanu Reeves character, even if it's not a nerdy movie. So I just feel like he's
Like
an honorary
grounded,
like everything.
Neo.
Yeah, like you always see him. So I really like the movie Point Break from back in the day. And I actually enjoyed the
Ha!
reboot of Point Break. Now I didn't think the acting was that
Blasphemy.
great. Listen, I love the original. I love the original, but I just thought that again, one of my favorite words that I use now, it was so meta. It was so meta. Like the whole Ozaki 8 thing and like them chasing the 8. Like I did a whole blog post about that, John, okay? Like I wanted to chase the 8 in real life back in 2015. I saw it on New Year's Eve. Like that's how serious I was.
You know what reboot I took offense to? Thundercats reboot.
Mm.
I saw that shit. I was, what the fuck is this?
Wait, Thundercats Roar?
Have you not seen
Precisely.
I saw that. I was like, nah, I'm done here. Another reboot I took offense to, even though it gained a lot of popularity. Teen Titans Go,
Oh,
because they
I
turned
like
my
it.
man Beast Boy, they turned my man Beast Boy and Cyborg into fuck boys, fam. Especially Beast Boy.
bag.
Yeah, I agree.
Beast Boy got
Not really
nothing.
Look,
a fan of that.
look, Greg
Won't be
Sipes
catching
be making them tracks
villains,
though.
fam. I won't be catching villains. Come on, fam. I can't.
I can't.
I just don't even know what else to say.
And then you know
I
what
mean,
else?
you know, it was disrespectful. I feel like the reboot of Yu-Gi-Oh after the original.
They had a like. See, I'll be so lost in like I
They had
never
so
Well,
watched
many. There were
movie.
so many, and I was so annoyed because it was just like, yo, could we have just kept it real
Yu-Gi-Oh!
simple?
5D when they were
But
on. Was that one of the reboots or no?
yeah, that was a reboot. Like I'm so I love the
well,
original.
it's not a reboot. It's literally a continuation, just further down the timeline.
But nobody
That
gives a fuck about their timeline.
That's
We
it's
gave a
not.
fuck about Yu-Gi-Oh
was.
and the other motherfucker, whoever his name was. I can't remember his name because he had a long ass name, Tutankhamun or whatever the fuck. I
Can
don't
we
know.
stop rebooting you? Not you. Scooby Doo.
Yes, I was gonna say that. That was on my list. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
I like
Oh,
the old Scooby
time
Doo.
out.
Live action Scooby Doo is
I like the last
over.
movie they put out, Scoob.
I
I like the
didn't watch
last CGI
Scoob
movie
because
they
I
put out,
didn't want to
Scoob.
see it.
Let it die, let it die, let it
I
shrivel up and die.
I like
Please.
when they re-release movies and they do it with like better graphics. Like, that's what I like to see. Like I want to see re-releases of older movies with better graphics
Remember
versus
how we used to see it at the theaters or whatever?
yeah, like they do
They
like the
be running them
20-year
old movies without it.
anniversary.
Yeah,
yeah,
they'll be like re-released in theaters.
Yes, 50
Yeah, but
because
we ain't gonna be able to do that with COVID.
like the craft. Like I'm just so not excited about the craft. Like I'm just not. It's I hate when they like
that
modern.
wasn't that.
I know it's supposed to be a continuation or whatever, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a continuation, but it was just really bad.
Like I just like you
Like
can
I
tell
actually
from
did a
the.
video on this because
He was upset. He was very
there
disappointed.
was two different movies that came out that they were pretty much like soft reboot. One was a hard reboot and one was a soft reboot. The soft reboot would have been The Craft, and it was just poorly done. It was really lazy. They were so focused on making sure that they hit all those demographic boxes that they forgot to make a
Mm,
good story.
about the story, yeah.
Well, or they just didn't give a damn about the story and it was a cash grab.
That's
But on the
yeah, because it's trendy
Most of
right
these,
now. It's trendy right
most of exactly, most of
perhaps,
these things are cash grabs, which is why they're so bad because they're literally not investing into anything other than the
but
name. They don't give a fuck about the storyline, storytelling, and how amazing it was, and the reason why it was successful, which was the storytelling. They don't get that. They don't grasp that concept. They just see name and
but
money.
then on the but then on the other side of it, you had a remake of The Witches, which it was directed by Robert Zemeckis, Octavia Spencer, Chris Rock,
now.
Stanley Tucci. It was actually a really fun film. Anne
Hmm.
Hathaway was great as the lead witch.
It was just done
The
well. Like they
CGI was jarring
focused.
and disgusting, but I think that was the point.
Yeah,
Mm.
they really. I think they
But then
did.
again, you have
It
a
was
great director like
intentional.
Robert Zemeckis.
That was like one of the ways where you can do a reboot really intentionally without
Robert
making it
Zemeckis
seem
is
cheesy.
You know who I would love to see do a reboot of something?
Robert Zemeckis is who?
Misha Green. Misha Green. I'd like to see her do a full feature reboot for like any classic black movie. Cause it'd be interesting to see
Eve's
what her
Bayou.
thought process and eye has on it.
Mm. If they do a reboot of Eve's Bayou, I really want them to capture the old school feel of how movies were made back then. I hate I just don't like the modernization of some of these older movies. It makes it really cheesy. It like takes the depth out of those stories. If you know what I mean.
Well, in what way do you mean like they like shot the way
Like
movies
the
used to be
way,
shot?
for one thing, is the way that it looks. It has lost. Like movies have lost. Like oh my god. Like let me give a good example. Jumanji. I was gonna say this when we were gonna do reboots. That was one of my things. Jumanji back in the day felt real, like kind of raw. Like outside of the Jumanji
Like
aspect.
nobody was trying to play that damn game because they was scared
Yeah,
that
and
motherfuckers was really gonna come out the game.
that, but then also just his relationship, like with his father, the way that the scenery looked, like the setting, the way it looked, I felt like the people in Jumanji
They
were
actually
like
had an art
really
director.
well, or they could have really existed. But when I watched the new Jumanji, it feels like a silly
I
movie.
mean,
It
you
does
get
not
sucked
have the
into a
same.
video game. How
No,
realistic
like
can you
I
really
mean,
get?
like the characters felt more real. Like the kid and
Hmm.
Jumanji, the kids and the adults, like when Robin Williams and the lady and everything, they felt like people I could actually see in the suburbs outside of Philly. Like they the way they
Yeah.
act, the feel of the characters. Now the new Jumanji with The Rock in them, they feel like I'm watching The Rock and Kevin Hart. I don't feel like I'm watching the actual characters. I don't feel their stories. They feel like, you know,
Why does it just look like that?
Well, well, well,
Oh god.
well,
My stomach
well,
feels.
well, Sid, and the newer ones, they're literally playing characters in a video game. So
no,
yeah, they are hollow.
I get that, but
They're
at the same
also played
time,
by horrible teenagers.
I
Well, technically, they're
know,
not being played by horrible teenagers, technically, because these are the actors themselves are there.
but
But
we
The
have
Rock isn't a really good actor. Kevin Hart isn't that great of an actor either. So if we being real, if we talking about the very
Kevin
last
Hart's not
reboot,
an actor.
if we talking about the very last reboot, Danny DeVito and Danny Glover are the only two that are
and you know
actually
what?
A1 actors.
And they got on my nerves in the last Jumanji, like a lot. I was so over them in that movie. I wanted to kind of leave. Thank God I got free tickets to see it.
Ooh, that
I'm
bad,
serious.
huh?
I didn't really care for it at all.
Damn,
Ooh.
But the thing is, so we're speaking about teens,
I
but when I
enjoyed it.
think about movies of the past, even with teenagers, it's a different feel that like 80s and 90s movies have. Even when they're stupid, they feel like more gritty. They feel more personal. Like the setting and the feel of the movie is not over stylized. Like I feel like when you watch Rocky, you can feel Philly. You know what I mean?
Right,
And I
yeah.
think that Creed, as a continuation, did a really good job of capturing the flavor of Philly. Whereas
Wasn't that Ryan Coogler though?
did he? Yeah, Ryan Coogler did
Yes,
Creed, and I feel like he did the same thing in Black Panther, where you really captured the feeling of like California or Oakland or whatever. When you look at other movies that have Oakland in it, the little tiny bit of Oakland that he
that's
chose
because they really were in Oakland.
is not, but it's outside of that. Like you can really be in Philly and still not capture the feeling of Philly. Like,
True.
I just
Of
feel like
course,
You know who I'd
Limitless.
find? Candy Girl.
what you wait, what you say?
Candy Girl and cause fuck Philly Jesus. Sorry.
Oh, you're talking about the peoples. Yeah.
Hmm.
The people. Okay.
Candy Girl.
Yeah.
She's still cool. But fuck Philly Jesus.
Dang.
And that's that on that.
We don't want that reboot, I guess.
Cause this bitch
Look,
said
I
all
don't
lives
call.
matter. So
I call. I. I will. I will refer to him as his name, Mike. he is
I thought
not.
his name was something
He is
else.
not Philly Jesus.
I thought his name was like began with an O or something.
His
op.
Like
his name is Michael Grant.
He a op.
can't.
His his name
Oh
his
my
name
God.
is Michael Grant.
Crazy. But I
But
hope you guys
no,
understand what I mean
remember
about
that
the
really horrible. That really horrible. Yeah,
spit it
but
out.
I understand. But do you remember that really horrible reboot last year of Charlie's Angels?
Oh yeah, that was trash. That was
Yeah, that
garbage. And
not
they picked the most unexpressive bitch to play one of the angels, which don't make sense because all of them bitches smile at least once. Smile, bitch.
but you see,
And then
Like her face is
and then
literally stuck in one expression the
but you see
whole
what I
time.
mean? Like when you look at the old Charlie's Angels, like with the old actors, yeah, it's like funny and it's like it's silly, But there's just something about movies made in the early 2000s and 90s that have a different feel. That when you remake them now,
The
they
storytelling. It's the
story,
storytelling. They
story.
doing this for money grabs only. It's all about the money for these people, and the soul of art is gone, has been lost because people are so focused on the fucking money instead of the art. They don't. They lost the understanding that with the art comes the money, dummy. I'm sorry, it
Even with
irritates
silly
me.
movies, even with silly movies, there's an art to doing those, and I feel like sometimes they be
Right,
missing.
like the Parent Trap.
The Parent Trap was so good back in the day.
Like, yo, best storytelling I've ever seen. Like, literally show her in California and then show her in London, and then they meet, and then they don't like each other and
It's
stuff, and
how
they
they do it. It's
Yeah.
how they did it.
yeah, even the whole summer that they spent together, whatever they all they did was show them on a dock for like a couple seconds or whatever, doing that hand, you know, that secret handshake or whatever, and it was great to see. Why can I hear myself?
Hmm.
I must be lagging.
Mm.
You're not lagging. You're not
Oh,
lagging.
okay. Yeah, it was nice to see though. You could tell they spent the whole time
No, I'm the
practicing
only
and all
one
of that.
lagging.
So,
Mhm.
damn straight, you're the only one. Like, how do you feel about the Proud Family reboot? What's supposed to be coming?
I'm excited for that because I would
I
like to
mean,
see what they're gonna do with it. I'd like to see BB and CC grown. Because you can't really call this a reboot because it's not really a reboot. Technically, it's a spinoff or like a part two to the Proud Family. It's not even a
a
reboot really because
continuation.
they'll be grown.
I just don't want to see. I do want them to talk about like current things and bring in current themes, but I really want them to be careful. I don't want them to like almost be pandering by just saying like some of the most basic and recognizable lines. Like
Black Lives Matter.
yeah, like I just want to see something that alludes to it, but is done more tastefully.
Like
Um,
they did with the Gross Sisters. You remember when they were talking about the gangs and stuff like that or whatever,
I,
and
I
and the
want
one sister was trying to make herself better and all of that.
I want to see like I needed to be like that. Like I want to see like
Yeah,
moments where like girls are being uplifted and maybe they could talk about like say for instance like the image like okay we see more white people in the media blah 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 but I want to see it done in a way that's not trite. I don't want
and
to hear
not a weird trope either.
no, and I don't want to hear the same words we hear on TV. Like I
Hmm.
want something different. Especially when we're
Okay.
going into black stories. Like I feel like Soul was really good at touching on blackness of like just blackness without being typical. I don't know.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Now, did that movie did that have any audio
Also,
in it? Like there was no voices at all. It was just sound design, wasn't it?
What are you talking about?
Soul.
no, Soul
Mhm. Or was that a whole movie?
stars
That was a
Jamie
whole movie.
Foxx.
Oh, you must
Yeah,
think.
it's
Are
a
you
whole
thinking about
movie.
Canvas? Are you thinking about Canvas? They had no
Probably, yeah, probably. That's what I'm thinking of.
Canvas was a short. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like
That was a really good short though. I
yeah.
really like that.
Another question I have to ask because I haven't seen the new one. I barely remember the old one. But how do you feel about Sabrina? Isn't Sabrina the Teenage Witch? That's on Netflix.
I
I
If any of you have started watching it,
mm-hmm.
I like I like the chilling adventures of Sabrina. It's definitely fun. It plays very close to the latest series of graphic novels. Uh, really, everyone plays their part really well, and at some point they actually do make a huge reference to the old TV show. So, and I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, don't
I ain't
spoil
them
it.
because
Because I
I'll
still need
start.
to see the rest of it. But from what I've watched so far, this is what I like. I like that they didn't try to follow the same type of vibe of Sabrina the Teenage Witch from back in the day because they get that shit wrong now. I love that they just took it, they took those characters and they put them in something darker, which I feel like we do better now. Like I no, I can't say that, but I feel like if we take older funny stories like that, we put them in darker situations, we do better than if we try to just completely remake like comedies of the past. Like I just think we will miss. But I feel like Sabrina didn't miss. I thought it was a really good take on it. I'm not disappointed.
Hmm.
I can't.
Right.
I think it's fun. I feel bad that it has been canceled.
I
Yeah, I
still
didn't.
got it. But it's
Yes.
coming around that time. We're hitting that
Yeah.
52-minute mark. So
Production.
2 minutes.
we're nearing the end. We're gonna
I
play this
I do.
one more
There
time.
is one show I would like to see.
All right, but we about to go to break, Corey. Like, can you hold it until we get back?
Okay.
We're gonna go to break, then final thoughts, and then our
Sure.
outro. And we lost him. There we go.
Oh, he got so
Dang.
upset with me. He left. He was like, "I'm tired of your bullshit, Queen. I'm leaving."
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
All right, so go ahead.
I
Coming
was
back
just
with
saying
our
that
reboots.
I was saying that the one thing I would like to see rebooted, um, I would like to see the Misfits rebooted
You know what? I
and
wouldn't
have
mind that.
for the
Yeah,
main reason
definitely.
of stretching out stretching out this more stories because mind you each season was maybe 5 episodes, 5 to 6 episodes,
Yeah.
and
Honestly,
I
I
was
would
just
like
like
to see them
damn.
dive deeper with the characters, to be honest with you, like the original characters. Like, instead of killing off a bunch of people or whatever and then constantly adding new to the seasons as they go along, I'd much rather see the originals, have a bit more story to them, because those characters were so very complex within themselves that we didn't even get to everything you might have wanted to learn or understand about these characters.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I
Right.
feel like there should have been, like, we definitely
That
didn't get enough time.
hmm I had fun with it, but I really wish there was more to it because when they started switching out the cast members, I was like, oh, but, oh,
Right, because it's like,
fine.
yo, why y'all gonna do that to us? How y'all gonna do that to us?
Like Nathan and his girl stayed in Las Vegas. I was like, wait a minute, y'all all went to Las Vegas and there was nothing. I would have loved to have seen 2 to 3 episodes of these assholes in Las Vegas
Fucking around and losing their minds and doing all kinds of fuck shit.
and running into more people with powers.
Yeah, and see how that go.
But I think a good job. I think it would have been really fun.
Yeah, but I feel like the Americanized version of that show is just gonna be ruined. So maybe they shouldn't leave it to the Brits to reboot. Because I
I
feel like
think if you
Americans are
put the
gonna ruin
right,
it.
I think if you put the right team behind it, like if you got the right, if you got the team behind maybe the magicians
Maybe if
to
HBO took
do
it,
the misfits,
or HBO.
well, that means they could keep in the fucking that was already there. So yeah, I guess.
Then you ain't gotta downgrade it for TV.
Who still watches
Problem
regular
solved.
TV
It's
anymore?
Who
What's
watches
that?
what?
Regular
Who still
TV.
watch
What's that?
regular TV anymore?
A lot of people, because there's so good. There's some good shows on there, like Chicago
Mm,
Fire.
What's regular TV?
what's regular TV?
Yo,
Something that I don't watch.
isn't it like several shows that take place
Law
in
and Order.
Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago Med,
Chicago
PD, and
Med,
Fire,
Chicago PD. Um,
and Fire, and they tried to do Law,
yeah,
but that ended up getting canceled.
because they just was doing too much.
But it was good though. It was good, and I like that
But
they highlight Chicago,
Ca-
because yeah, like right now, Chicago PD is so good because they're focusing
Chicago's
on the
always being
black
highlighted.
cop. It is, but I think like the two main shows out, like The Shy is a really good show highlighting Chicago, and then I feel like those three shows are really good at highlighting Chicago. But in Chicago PD, the black cop is facing a lot of issues that are like current to now, and it's a really good story. So not a reboot, but if you like regular TV, it's a good show.
Criminal Minds is also a good show.
Yes, and I'm so sad that it's like
Spe-
gone.
It was real. Yo, you know what show that probably should get rebooted, but
they never.
probably by not a network television. I feel like Netflix should buy this show
Mm.
Which one?
from Comedy Central. Drunk History.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
definitely yes.
But I feel like they need to add more black actors and actresses telling these stories because it's gonna be way funnier. Cause like, can you imagine Sam L. Jackson getting drunk and telling drunk history?
But even some of the younger like
Like
black
Michael B.
people out here.
Jordan,
Or do you know
um,
the guy that played in Get Out, like the one that was the friend, the bigger
Daniel.
guy? No,
Oh
not
no,
Daniel
not Daniel
Not
Kaluuya.
him, but
Oh,
Darrell.
Lil
Darrell.
Rel,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I would love to see him do
Lil
like drunk
Rel.
history.
Oh, definitely. He would be
Yeah.
hilarious. Him, just hilarious. I'd like to see like some of the IG, some of your IG,
No,
like some of the funny
I
IG
don't want to
people.
see them. I don't want to see them.
Why not? Because
No,
some of them are actually on TV.
I know, and I don't be wanting to see them. Like King Bach, like
No, not him, not
I be
him,
wanting
not
King
him,
Bach to lean
not
back. I
him,
be wanting him to
not
go back.
not him at
Go
all. He
back.
does. He no. He just
He
he
makes
does.
everything corny.
He has a lot of coonery and buffoonery for the the white gays.
Yeah, it's like
So
I'm
I'm
over
good. You know
that.
what I mean?
He be doing the most.
No, it's called coonery and buffoonery.
I do like Just Hilarious, but I want to see her evolve a little bit before she's like I want to see it. Like you know how like I
Like
would
I'd
love to
rather
see like
see her do it now, early in her career, before
yes,
she
she should
elevates.
evolve. Or I would love to see like Tabitha Brown
Yo,
do like drunk
yes, do
history.
drunk history. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, she would be so funny because she would be the whole time she would be trying not to cuss.
All right.
I could see it. She'd be
Time.
like, "See this that stuff I be trying to tell y'all." Like sitting there smiling and everything, all happy with Chance. Chance is just sitting there laughing at her while she's sitting there drinking because he got to be sober Sally so they can get home.
It's time for our wrap up. Whatnot. One of the bosses just called me and I ignored that message, so it's time to get this. It's at outro time.
All
Time
right,
for the
y'all. Well,
shameless
we
plugins.
appreciate you guys for listening today. This episode is sponsored by Serpentine Fire. You can go to serpentinefire.company. That's serpentinefire.company. Find us, download us on the Google Play Store, and search Serpentine Fire. You can find us. We did, oh. Love you guys. It's your girl Queen Neek signing off.
But you ain't really signed off. You still here.
I mean, but you get with it. You get it though. Like it's a podcast too.
Right.
They didn't know I was still here.
And you forgot about the rest of the signing off.
Wait.
Only you signed off.
No, I thought Corey was just gonna jump right in, like, "Hey, well, it's your boy Saucy Troop. Thanks for listening." Blah blah blah.
He's too behind.
I thought Sid was gonna go next.
No, Corey, you go ahead, boo.
Fine. All right. Want to thank everybody for tuning in today, listening to the Amerime Junkies speak on reboots. We'd love to hear your input. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. Please like and download our podcast across the platforms. This is Salty Live 215, and I'm gonna pass it over to Sid.
Okay, so yeah, it's your girl SiddeeQah Love. As you know, go and follow me on social. I mean, you can slide in my DMs. It's more active there. If you want anything, hit me up. Hit me up.
She's lying.
It actually, if
Oh my god!
oh my god, like for real, like hit me up there because it's way more active in the DMs than it is anywhere else. Let's talk.
She's lying.
Stuff. Let's talk design. Let's do it. Okay.
If you want to be left
you go
on
get
red
your
for
filter.
3 weeks, hit up C.O.O. Love. SiddeeQah.
If you wanna what?
Be left on red for 3 weeks, hit up C.O.O. Love. If that is an ambition in your life,
Like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care.
Yes.
hi guys, I'm Demon Engine. You can follow me on Demon Engine Everything. I stream late night. I'll start streaming earlier in the day, but yeah, this is the Amerime Junkies. We love y'all. Corey, can you hit us with the Jesus?
Be well.
Jesus America Freedom.
Jesus America Freedom Eagle.
Oh!
You see how we can be patriotic without going to
Nico
the Capitol?
lackluster ass eagle.
I know.
She's like, I don't think I want to do that
Right.
eagle. It's too
Like,
American.
it
Too
was
American.
just-